Namaste, everybody, and welcome to a foundational yoga class. I am Aphinya. Today is the first class of the first week of the month, and it's my foundational class for the EBNS school for my daughter, Thea. And this month is going to be the last month that I'm doing the fundraising. If you are my regular students and you know how to pay for the class regularly, don't worry about that. I will make sure that your money is going to be transferred to the school directly. However, if you're coming from the EBNS family, first of all, thank you so much for taking the time and making the time. I know how hard it is to do that. And hopefully you receive our emails of how you can donate to the class. And please, you can just do that process. Thank you so much. I would love to start the class by saying a phrase that I said it regularly, oftenly enough in my used to be regular classes at the studio, and the phrase is go like this. It's not what happened to you that determine your happiness or your peace of mind. It's not what's happening to you, but how you deal to what happened to you that will determine your happiness and your peace of mind. However, one of the most important piece that you are going to make the how right is to learn and practice being present with your moment. Learn to be aware of your present moment. Learn to be conscious with your present moment. If you want to test how present you are to what you are doing throughout your routine in a day, you can just stop and watch yourself in any area of your daily life while you are as a mom cooking, mopping, cleaning, while you are eating, when you're brushing your teeth, when you take a shower, when you're combing your hair. Take the time to see when you're in that moment, are you present with the activity? Or even right now while you are listening to me, are you present with my teaching, or are you already thinking about what comes next? Or you are worried about, oh my God, my body is not really feeling well. Those things that when your thought occurs and take you elsewhere, away from the moment and really feel what's happening, is not being conscious and being aware. And you know what problem that is? It doesn't seem like it's a big deal, but it becomes a big deal when something really strong or bad or violent happen. Like when you snap on your kids, it's because you practice being unaware most of the times instead of learn how to be aware with your action, with the thing you say to your kids, to your friend, to your loved ones. And it's understandable why you have to end up feeling regret, because what you practice, you prevail, right? And we practice unconscious action throughout our days way too much. And it's almost like it takes over our lives. So when we get overwhelming, when we get upset, when we get annoying, we just burst up into flame, and we just cannot control anything. And that's to me why yoga come in. This is when meditation it should be in a place of your practice. Any practice at all that help you to come back and practice being in the moment, you should do it, because you have to balance yourself. When you are imbalanced, you're gonna know, the result of being imbalanced and being out there, and that your attention have been taken away from you, you will get, upset, angry, overwhelming, cannot control your thought, you get ill physically. It means nothing good comes from that. And I hope that you do your best to, because we love ourselves. We want to be healthy. We want to be there for our loved one. We don't want to snap on our kids, but it will not happen if you are not taking the time to practice being in the moment. And the yoga practice, it should emphasize that. And in the practice, I also want you to pay attention to that. You will be able to do the yoga practice and your mind is elsewhere. And you defeat the purpose of what the yoga is to be with your breath. It's to feel your body. It's to know what's going on in the muscle, in your cell, so you can adjust, so you can move a little bit accordingly to what your body wants. That is the practicing of being aware. That is the practicing of being in the moment. Having said that, please find your comfortable position. You can sit, you can stand, you can lie down onto your back. Then you close your eyes. And the practice starts by bringing your awareness to your breath. You elongate, you soften, you make your breath even. The slow, gentle, even breath, it will help your physical body, your nervous system to calm down. You do it both inhalation and exhalation. Slowly, gradually. And take your attention back to yourself, to your body, to the energy within your body, not your thoughts. And you experience how your body responds to the breath. It expands when it's inhale. And it's soften and letting it go and deflate when it exhale. And this is a symbolic of flexibility, of flow, that we should also embody. And if you happen, once again, your mind start to pop up, take yourself back to your breath right away, gently and lovingly. You don't feel bad when that happens again and again. You don't look down on yourself. You just practice being in the moment. It will get stronger in times, in your regularity of practicing it. It's not about forcing it. That never works. And another piece of advice is that if you happen to not show up the way you want it, the way you know you can show up, love yourself even more. Forgive yourself quickly. Because that will allow you to have room for you to keep growing. You draw your hands and place your thumb between your eyebrows. That is your third eye. And we are going to chant Om 3 times together. If you're new to this, you can listen first. And you can join in when you feel comfortable. Take a deep breath in. And exhale fully. Another deep inhale. You bow your head toward your heart. Release your hands and lift your chin. Open your eyes. Well, I hope you have a couple blocks, a strap and a blanket nearby and handy. We meet on our back, please. Go down to the floor safely. Yep. And then when you're there, elongate your arms and your legs away from one another. Oh, it always feels good too. Lengthening the muscles. And then you can tilt your body sideways, left and right with breath. The feeling of the exhalation, you just feel like everything just drop and sink into the earth. And when you're ready, you rock your hips side to side. You can keep extending your arms overhead or maybe move it down at your shoulder height, palm facing up. Circle your ankles toward one another. Change direction, please. If you happen to hear Taya's voice in the background, just know that she's around. She's up on the second floor. And her daddy is watching her right now, but she loves singing. Arms and legs up to the sky. Shake, shake, shake. If you don't like shaking, you can also circling, wrist and ankle. You can also do both at the same times. Now, I always say option, you can do this or that. And I really want you to be willing to pick up those options and kind of put it into your body and see what's work or anything else that you feel like you can come up with. Arms wide open, knee together toward your chest. Open. Inhale, circle your knees apart. Let them meet at one point, have them kind of moving away from you, and then draw them back toward your chest. And you repeat. Even though I am an instructor, but I want to empower you to empower yourself. You don't give away the power. You take in the information and put it into your body and listen to yourself. Change direction, please. You can do a little tweak, a little adjustment. Learn to know yourself. Learn to trust yourself. Learn to listen to yourself first. Happy baby. Legs go up toward the sky, knees wider than your trunk. Now see if you can hold your feet with the hands. If it's not, some of you may need to use a strap to make your arms longer. But the feet facing the ceiling is key. Okay? And then you kind of pull it toward the floor, resist into that holding a little bit. So you have this hip opening actions going on. You can stay still or you can rock your body side to side. And every time, come back to your breath. Okay. And you bring the awareness into your practice and see if you travel elsewhere with your thoughts. Remember, when that happening, come back to your breathing again and again. And from here, we let go of the legs and we go into Supta Baddha Konasana. So your feet go down toward the floor and together, knees apart. You can elongate your arms over your head one more time. It feels really good. Oh, yeah. Or you don't have to. And you rock your hips side to side. Rock your knees side to side. Oh. Feel free to do anything else. See, I have to massage my face. I yawn. I work on my wrist once again because I feel it. Windshield wiper. We bring the knees up. Open your feet hip distance apart. Arm wide. And drop the knees side to side. Relax your jaw. Relax your face. If you're new to the practice and you're trying so hard, in this jaw, neck, shoulders area, it tense up very quickly, and your breath will become short. You check them. That is actually a good awareness tools. When your knees drop to the right, leave it there. You can just stay right here and aim the knee further down toward the floor, especially the left one. Or you can use your right foot to help you to do that. Guide that knee further down. Now be mindful with your lower back, your knee joint, and your ankle joint. If it doesn't work, don't use the weight of your right leg. Okay. If not, don't worry. And arms open. Then when your legs is in the place that it feels like, okay, I cannot go any further, it's there, I feel good, then you just let the breath soften your back. You feel that your back muscle move toward the floor, you feel the ribs softening in with the breath. And you repeat. And you let go with each exhale and you just sink right into the moment. You are not sleeping, you are not dreaming. You're not in a dream state of mind, you are aware. One more breath. And inhale, come up center. Now, if you don't have your right ankle on the knees already, bring it up. This is called figure four. Then now we're going to drop it to the left. So you're going to drop the figure four to the left. You can move your left foot to the right slightly and then drop it. Your right knee should aim toward the ceiling. Right. Yeah. And your right foot is on the floor. And breathe. You can look toward your right hand to kind of put a little bit more of that twisting sensation into the practice, or you don't have to. Two more breaths. Long, deep breath. Then you have your left hand places behind of the back. Then we're gonna do the crunch and we're gonna cross to the right. The lift will be minimal and we do it 8 times, please. Here we go. 2, exhale, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Come down, come back center. Then keep that figure 4. Draw your left leg in toward your chest. Exhale, let go. Let your shoulder drop to the ground. Let your jaw drop. And you feel that your cheeks are softened. Next, exhale, let go of your left leg. Now we work the right leg. We are going to kick it up toward the ceiling. You can hold the foot with your own hands. If your hamstring allowing you to do that, you can test it or use a strap and make your arms longer. Okay. Left leg, you have option to keep your knees bent, which is going to make it easier, or straight and grab it toward the floor. And your job after that is that to kick your right leg towards straight. And each exhale, you pull it toward your face, and you're gonna know when it's maxed, right? And that you cannot go any further. And you work from that. And do your best to watch for that place that your muscles like, okay, you can stretch me a little bit more. So when that happens, you grab it and you just challenge the muscles a little bit more. And you do it just like that, gradually. Bit by bit, breath by breath. Okay. One more breath here. And then we are going to opening the right leg to the right. And within that opening, you want to pull your right leg upward. Like it's going to go toward like the crown of your head direction. If you have the knees bent, you can bend your left knee to the left. That is going to help to keep your pelvis facing the ceilings easier. And we don't want our pelvis to tilt it on one side to the other. And as you can see, since we have the weight go to the right, our hip will tilt to the right easier. And you're not going to let that happen. Okay. So how can you do that? If your left leg straight, you engage your core a lot. And you can even anchor that right elbow down there. If, of course, you have enough opening in your adductor muscles. If it's not, just don't let the weight of the leg make your hip come off on the ground. One more breath, please. Inhale, bring your right leg up toward the ceiling. If you look at me, you see that I move my left leg a lot. Hug your right knee toward your chest. And that is what I mean, that you listen to your body and be comfortable to adjust your position as often as you need to. You have to listen to your muscles, and things shift all the time. That's the other thing about life. It never stays in one place. It's not permanent, okay? Both hands behind the back of the head. Lift your chest off from the floor, and we do bicycle. Go left elbow to your right knee first, send your right knee to there, and then switch. And here we go. 2, 3, 4, we do 10, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and here we go down. Feet to the floor, knees bent. Windshield wiper. Drop your knees side to side. And then at one point, when your knees go to the left, stop it. Focus on your right leg. Point that right knee away from you and toward the floor, or use your left foot to help you to intensify that without pain in your joints. Okay. And from there, when you find the spot for the leg, it's safe, it doesn't go any further, and then you work with the breath to drop your ribs, softening your back muscle, your shoulder, your jaw, your face, your eyes. One exhale at a time. One more breath. Carefully, you bring it up, center. You have your left ankle above your right knee. You draw your right leg in toward your chest, and you can use both hands to help you. If you cannot hold your right foot with the hands without, jerk your neck off from the floor, make your arms longer, use a strap. You can go on your thighs instead and keep your upper arm to the ground. That's going to help you to not gripping your neck and your shoulder. Keep breathing. Keep checking with your thoughts. And keep coming back to the moment. Next exhalation, you let go of the hold. Keep the figure 4. This time we drop it to the right, left foot to the floor, left knee toward the ceiling. Relax your jaw. Deep breath in and out through your nose. Place your right hand behind the back of the head. We crunch to the left 8 times, please. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Come down with the chest. Come up with the leg. Get your left leg up toward the ceiling. You can hold the back of the thigh too. You can use both of your hands to draw your legs in toward you. Like the tension in the muscles are so different from one to the other. Wherever you start, that's wherever you start. And just kind of promise yourself that you're gonna, when you have an opportunity to allow the muscle to go deeper into the flexibility or strength, you do without forcing it. Okay. Know that the muscles, if you don't ask from them, either be more flexible, be more mobile, be stronger, they will not give those things to you. And you will become stiffer. You become weaker. And those things can cause a lot of problem in the future, especially when we get older. I know it's just a lot of work, but it's worth the work. And then we opening the left leg to the left. If you tight, bending the knee and let the right knee open to the right too, I think is so much better in terms of it's helping you to keep your hips level, right? And then you can just pull your left leg toward the crown of your head. Use the strap however it helps you. I see a lot of students, sometimes when they're really tight, they make the strap longer and they pull it with the opposite arms. Like any way, anything work that help you to use some muscle, not too much of the muscle of your upper body, to stretch your adductor, your legs muscles. Yeah. You don't need to look like your friends next to you. We don't have that luckily. So you don't need to compare. You don't need to judge. You don't need to feel bad about yourself. You don't need to feel good about yourself. You just be yourself. One more breath. Inhale, come up. Left knee to the chest. Both hands behind the back of the head. Right elbow above the left knee, and then we switch. And we go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hug both of your knees toward your chest. Rock side to side. I'm going to do one more core exercise right here. You extend your arms toward the hip, palm facing down, and you can sit on your palms or the sides of your forearms a little bit and have your legs up toward the ceiling. And from here, push into the floor, lift the hip and kick your feet into the ceiling. There, 2. You don't have to have a lot of lift here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 more, 9, 10, here we go. Lengthen the arms and the legs long once again, rock your hips side to side. Oh, it feels good already, that's very good. Hug your knees toward your chest. Roll onto the right side, and then come up. Find your hands and knees. Put the blanket underneath your knee if it feels better for the joint. You don't have to. Spread your finger. Your arms a little bit wider than your shoulders. Knees, of course, as wide as your hips. And we do spinal circulations right here. You can move like from your wrist and toward your knees. Or you can do more like a stationary. You can stay kind of in the center. You have both wrist and knee carry weight. Okay. Both are good. Your wrist will tell you which one is better for you, I think. You can do mix and match. Couple more, please. Other side. One more. Child's pose, toe together, knees apart, arms alongside the ear. Inhale, round your back up to the sky. Keep going, arch at the end. Cow pose. Round your back up to the sky. Exhale, keep going down toward your heels. Repeat. Then you check where your focus is. Remember, come back to your breath, to your body. Every time you nose, it goes elsewhere. If you live in Rochester and Buffalo area, isn't that exciting? Tomorrow is going to be warm and sunny. Ooh, I cannot wait. One last time. Child's pose. Walk both of your hands to the right. You come up on your fingertips. Inhale, breathe into your back and let the muscle move up toward the ceiling gently. Exhale, push the floor away from you with that fingers and feel the stretch build along the left side of the body. Repeat. Couple more breaths. Chin side, please. Last breath. Walk your hands back center. Come up onto your hands and knees. Step your right leg forward. You can tuck your left toes under. You don't really have to, but tucking is better. How about that? And you come upright with the body. Square your hip toward the front edge of your mat. Hug your thighs in, low lunge. Exhale, you are lunging forward. Inhale, you lengthening upward. Those are the action you do with the breath. Now, what you want to do with the arm is that you do whatever you want to do with the arms to keep your shoulder blades moving back and your heart open. Okay, they can go in so many places. I told you, they can go up to the sky. They can stay on the sides. They can do cactus arms. You can hug your thumbs. They can be on your hips. They can be interlaid behind your back. Ribs is in. Inhale, push into your right foot, come away from your right leg, keep going back. We are going to straight the right leg with the heels down and the toes up. Square the hip, hug the shins in, put your thighs, hug your thighs toward one another, extend your spine forward, and here we go. Go toward that front leg. Inhale, you can move away from it a tad. Exhale, go into the foot. So we are targeting the hamstrings right now. Remember, it doesn't matter how high your trunk is according to your legs. As long as you stretch your hamstring, you're good. Keep your jaw relaxed. Keep your spine lengthening though. Let's keep challenging the muscle lovingly and respectfully. And then inhale, move up and away from your right leg. Drag it in until you can ground it toward the floor. Then we're gonna get the back knee off from the floor. We go forward, cross behind the right leg. Okay? Hug the chins in, elongate the spine, find the height for your lower back to feel safe, and then exhale. Once again, we go toward the floor. And let your body move according to the breath. That's what I mean. That is the flow and the flexibility. In your yoga practice, you should not look like a statue. That's nothing moving. I think you're going to create more problem in the muscle that way. Then you allow your body to be guided by the breath. You can actually go left and right. See if that do any good to your muscles. Okay. It doesn't feel right, you just stop. Is Jaya okay, Daddy? One more breath. Inhale, move up and away from your stretch, which means from the legs, bend the knees. Step your left leg back. Pivot all the way to the back of the mat and have your right knees on the floor, on the blanket. You come upright with the trunks. Once again, your arms are yours. Now, if you are not strong in your core, have your thumb on either side of your sacrum will really help. And you kind of guide your sacrum down toward the floor. You're going to feel the lift in the core. And you just draw your shoulder blades together in your back. And you can just stay right here. And you exhale, lunge. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, lunge. Inhale, lengthening. I have to move my arm, sorry. It just doesn't get enough. That's what I mean, you listen to the body. She's okay, right, Daddy? Okay. Next inhalation, push into your left foot, move into your right knee, stretch your left leg, find the height. Now I'm going to try to be tight. I have some students that are really, really tight. Like their body just look like this in a hamstring stretch. Hamstring stretch is really fascinating. And you just keep your lower back elongate, and each exhale you go forward. Right. That's all you have to do. Stretch your hamstrings muscle. If this is what it is or what it takes, you stay where it is. Just know that your job is to stretch the muscle. It's not try to put your body into any particular shape or form. Your inflexibility doesn't mean that you are not a good person. Okay. And are you here? Are you present? Give me one more breath, please. Inhale, move up and away from the stretch. Then you drag your left foot in, grab it toward the floor. Get your right knee off from the ground. Go forward, cross behind the left leg. Okay. Love your lower back a lot. Find the place, the height that your lower back can elongate. Okay. No tension on your jaws and your neck. And then you stretch from there. Start from where your body can be. And then stretch the muscles. One breath at a time. Remember, you can go left and right. Practice empowering yourself, not diminish yourself. There's no reason for that. Practice coming back and be aware of your moment, because it will help you be skillful of making a better decision toward a lot of things in life. Next, inhale, extend away from your legs, bend the knees, step your right leg back behind you. Now pivot to the right, just enough that you can face the long side edge of your mat, and then you turn your heels toward one another, your toes away from one another, and you are going to shift weight from one leg to the other, and you go from bend and straight legs. Okay. Now height, once again, also necessary for some of you that are tight. So we want our spine to elongate. Even though you have to hold your thighs like that and move, and keep your spine nice and long, it's good. Now be careful to keep the bending leg, knees over the ankle. If you can go deeper to the floor, you can use block. You can even go all the way to the floor and use no block. Listen to your body. I feel like it's a little too long now. Carefully, this time we are going to turn toward the front of the mat. So your right leg is there. Square the hip. Get your left knees down. From here, diagonal your right foot to the right, and turn your foot open and stay on the little toe side edge of the foot. Hand to the floor. Right knee is bent. Adjust the width from your right foot to your back knee. Give you one more space, opening them. Right. And hips move back, chest move forward. Exhale, we go sternum toward the floor. Allow your body to move with the breath. Like when you inhale, you move away from the stretch a little bit, and you exhale, you go into the stretch more. Use your hands and blocks however that it serves your body best. It protects you and it empowers you to do the stretch, safely. One more breath. And carefully, you're going to move away from the stretch, which means that you have to move away from your legs and off from the floor, and then have your left hands on the floor or on the block. You probably have to go forward a little bit. Your right knee is bent, and then you're going to carefully turn your body opening to the right. You can lift the leg or heel toe it first, and then you lift, and then land it behind you. Bottom is one straight line, okay? And then turn your body up toward the sky. Push your weight back toward the foot. Elongate the right side's body. And then breathe and move with the breath. Inhale, round your back slightly. Exhale, extend and turn your body open. 2 more breaths. Carefully turn toward the floor. Thread the needle, right hand under. Between your left hand and the knee, extend it to the left. Hips stack over the knees. Left hand is yours. You can place it right in front of the hip and right there in front of your face. And you're lengthening your left hip back right there. And you can see, I don't really need to use the left hand. I balance more on my right hand, and the opening and the twist in the body. This hand can go, just rest behind the back. It can be there. It can go up toward the sky. For some of us that want to do something, you can go alongside the ears. Just make sure that your body feels safe, that your shoulders are safe, your back muscles are safe. And child's pose, please. Rest onto your heel. You can have the block underneath your forehead if you cannot go down there easily. And I see some students lift their arms up and rest on the back of their neck, because sometimes have your hands down alongside your ears is not comfortable. And you don't need to do that. You listen to your body and you can just move it up toward the sky there. Right. You build your practice. You come back to your breath again and again. Carefully come up onto your hands and knees, and we go left leg forward. And we diagonal the foot, and we roll on the little toe side edge. We bend the knee, we move the weight forward slightly, and then your hips go back, your chest go forward, and each exhale you go toward the floor. Please spreading your left toes enough, and you feel that is happening. You don't want your left foot to go to sleep while you're doing this. The reason for that is that your muscles are engaging, and the engagement is what we need to stretch the muscle safely. One more breath. Now use your upper body strength to push the floor away from you. Use your block if you need more room. Come off from the floor. Move your left foot safely. Have your right hand on the floor on the block. One straight line. Turn your body open to the left. Left leg land to the back. Left arms overhead. Breathe, inhale. Exhale, turn your body open. Length long. One more breath. And then we go toward the floor. We thread the needle. Left hands go under. Hips stack over knee. Right hands is yours. Do whatever to keep you safe. And you can get something out more from the action of your right hand. Pick safety first. If you are very weak, it's better to be there to support yourself. And child's pose, please. Breathe. Relax your jaw. Take the time to be in the moment. Check in once again. Are you here? Come back and be with your breath and your body. Inhale, go up onto your hands and knees. Spread your fingers apart. Downward facing dog. Next, tuck your toes under. Hips come off the floor. Push your chest back toward your feet. Bend one knee at a time. And keep using your upper body to send the weight, back toward your feet. Inhale, we go plank pose. Go toward your wrist carefully. Exhale, go downward facing dog. Keep repeating that action, please. You just flow with the breath. Now, upper body, I'm sure, is a part of challenge for many of you. However, our wrist flexion, when you have tightness in that area, you cannot just flex your wrist that quickly, especially when you have weight on it. So you go gradually. Once again, you ask from the muscles and from the joints gradually. That it will make you safe. Two more. Last one. And then you bring your knees down. Child's pose, please. Soften your jaw. Deep breath in and out through your nose. Come up onto your hands and knees. Now kick your right leg back and lift it up off from the floor. Extend your left hand forward and lift it up off from the floor. Stay here if it's challenging enough to be still, or get your elbow and your knee meet beneath your belly. Round your back up to the sky and then exhale, extend. Two more. Then have your left hand down. Step your right leg forward. Diagonal your foot to the right. Even move your foot to the right more if you have to. After that, you diagonal your body to the left. We go into a lizard pose. Block help if you need height. Hips back, chest extend forward. Keep your right knee stay over the ankle. Each exhale, we go toward the floor. One breath at a time. Inhale, move up and away from the floor. We are going to square the hip toward the front edge of the mat. And you may have to move your right foot in a little bit. Pyramid pose. Right foot grounded, point 12 o'clock. Left knee come off from the floor, and we're going to ground the foot down and point the toe to 11 o'clock. Both legs straight. Once again, find the height that support your hamstring and make your lower back able to extend it, okay? And then you square the hip toward the front of the mat, hug your thighs in, lift your core up, extend your spine forward, and exhale, we go toward the floor. Once again with the breath. The height is good for us who are tight. But once again, let the body move with the breath. And when you can adjust the height, because you can go closer to the floor, or it means that you can stretch the hamstring even more so, you adjust accordingly. Inhale, move up and away from the right legs. Bend the knees slightly. Step your left leg back further. Stay on the ball of the foot and you come upright with your trunk. You can have your hands on your thighs at first and you can use that to help you to come up. Yeah. And you hug your legs in, square the hip. Exhale, lunge. High lunge this time. Inhale, length. Exhale, lunge. Inhale, length. Exhale, lunge. Inhale, length. One more breath. And we go from here to warrior two, which means your back foot turn to 90 degrees with the front edge of the mat, front heel in line with your back arch and arms wide open. And we go exhale, lunge, ribs is in, heart is open. Exhale, length. Lunge. Lengthening. One more breath. From here, turn your right palm up toward the ceiling. Inhale, elongate that right arm up toward the ceiling, and then go to the back. Reverse warrior. Move away from that inhale. Exhale, go into the stretch. Hips stay back slightly. One more time. And then we go forward to extend side angle pose. Right forearm this time go toward the thighs. Left arms overhead. Inhale. Exhale, extend. Inhale, breathe. Exhale, let it go. Inhale. Now exhale, child's pose. Go toward the floor carefully. And rest. I know props sometimes it seems like a lot of work. You need them, you use them, okay? Come up onto your hands and knees. Now we go left leg, go back and up. Right hands go forward and up. Inhale, elbow and the knee meet beneath the belly. Exhale, extend, or don't move. Two more. Right hand down, left leg go forward. Maybe move to the left slightly. Knees over the ankle. Body go to the right. Hips back, chest forward. Exhale, move toward the floor, one breath at a time. Let your body dance with the breath. You go in, you move away, you challenge your muscles a little bit more one at a time if that's possible. Inhale, move up and away from the stretch. Now, we're going to get that left foot in slightly. Frame that front foot with both hands. Get the back knees out from the floor. Step forward slightly. Point the toe to 1 o'clock. Both legs straight. Hips square. Hug your thighs in. Core is lifted. Spine nice and elongate. Make sure your lower back is lengthening. And each exhale, you go toward the floor. Find the height that is appropriate with your tightness in the body, and you work your way to, stretch the muscles. Stay here. Come back to your breath. Inhale, move up and away from your left leg. Bend your left knee. Step your right leg further back. Stay on the ball of the foot. Hug your thighs in. Come up right slowly with your trunk. Exhale, lunge. Work both legs. Inhale, lengthening the spine up to the sky. Heart open. Keep going with breath. Ribs moving in, arms are yours. You can even just do circle, like shoulder roll. Two more breaths. Warrior 2. Make sure you come off from the joint safely and ground. Back foot 90 degree, front heel in line with your back arch or heel. Broaden your feet as wide as you need, and exhale, we go lunge. Once again, inhale, you go lengthening. Arms wide open. Turn your left palm up, inhale, reach high. Your right hand just gonna, go to the opposite direction, of course. One more breath here, side stretch on the left. And then inhale, you move up and away and you diagonal your body forward to extend side angle pose. Really firm legs. Long spine. One more breath. And child's pose, please. You walk your hands back to your knees, come up to a seated position. Sit down and extend your legs, both of them in front of you. Hand back behind you. Palm, you can facing forward with fingers apart or turn out slightly. You can come high your fingertip as well. And inhale, Dandasana, lift your heart up. Exhale, let it go. Repeat. 3 more. Next, long. So you learn just the upper body part when you do the back bend here. You learn to do your chest open, ribs draw in. 2 more. And don't forget the neck. And then you stay here. Ribs in, heart open, neck long. Breathe. With that much work, can you find that letting it go, that your muscle doesn't fight so hard, that you're here, you are aware. And you relax. Bring your feet together, knees apart, hand back behind you. Drop your knees side to side, Baddha Konasana. And then you relax once again. Extend your legs in front of you. Left leg extend, right leg cross over. Twist to the right. You can hold the knee with the palms or use your elbow to go the outside. And your right hands go back behind you. Yeah. Left leg grounded. Inhale, length. Exhale, twist. Your chest go right, your belly go left. Work with the breath. Don't round your shoulder. You don't want your hip to move with your shoulders, okay? Inhale and twist. The reason for that, especially as women, is that we can torque the sacroiliac joints in the hip. Yeah, it's right in the hip, the SI joint there. So right now we turn to the left, which means we get the chest to move left, our hip move right. It's just enough to keep your hip facing forward. Like you still feel like the strength of your chest is a little stronger than the hip, but you don't want the hip to move with your shoulder completely. One more breath. And let it go. We are done, everybody. Now Shavasana of your choice. For us who do yoga with me for a while, I love the idea to get the legs up toward the ceilings and you hang here for a little bit. You don't need to do this if it doesn't feel right. You can also go to the wall and have your legs just be supported by that. Or just, pick your Shavasana that is serving you well and stay here as long as you wish. If you have some tightness or some lower back pains already, prop your knees higher with anything. I have blocks, so I use it. It will help to release that. You can cover yourself, go down to the floor safely. And then you just rest. You can just don't have any support at all. Just lie your legs and your arm toward the floor completely. You can do Supta Baddha Konasana, feet together, knees apart, and you support your knees. I'm just coming up, but you should do it on your back. Or you can support yourself. Anything, it doesn't have to be blocked. You can support your spine up a little higher to you, because you are rounding your shoulder so much and it's there so obviously. And this is going to help you to kind of, naturally the gravity will help you to opening that back major. And you just lie here and do Shavasana. Things work. With your eyes closed, with your mind softly focused to the present moment. I will leave you with your Shavasana. Come out when you're ready. And I see you next week, everybody. Namaste.